Very pleased with this chicken's turned out. Really pleased with that looks right there. Fantastic look. Very quick. This was a couple hours max. Outstanding. Loved it, guys. Hey, y'all. Welcome back to the smoker. Yep, that's right. Today we're making some smoked pulled chicken, and we're going to do it the same way we've been doing things a lot lately, which is 2 different ways. We're going to make one batch on the Weber Searwood Pellet grill and another batch on the Weber Kettle. Now, on the kettle, we're going to use pecan chunks in our charcoal, and on the pellet grill, we're using Smokin Pecan pellets. Now, that's a big deal for one of you out there, because that means somebody out there is winning a free box of Smokin Pecan pellets. Stay tuned and I'll show you how. Now, I know for a fact we can get some really good flavored chicken off of the kettle. What I don't know is how good can we make some pulled chicken on the pellet grill using the Smokin Pecan pellets. Will it be good or just good enough? Let's find out. All right, guys, so for our pulled smoked chicken, we're gonna use chicken thighs, boneless, skinless ones. I've got them right here. I got 2 packs of them. Just got these at Sam's, no big deal. Now, they're very easy for us to prep because there's not a lot of work we're gonna do. I like having the fat on there. Sometimes there's just too much fat and we'll trim some of that off. But as a rule, you wanna leave all that on there because that fat will render. We're gonna take these to about 190, 95 degrees. And when they get that warm, they'll definitely have some fat render, so which is perfect. We need that. But I'm gonna take these and just unfold them. Notice there's plenty of fat on there. I may trim some of this off as I go, but I'm not gonna make you sit there and watch me do all these. I'll get them trimmed up and we'll get them seasoned and put them on the trays over here. But I'll go ahead and, this one I may cut a little bit off, just, you know, some of this fat right here, this extra fat right there. But as a rule, I'm gonna leave most of this stuff on here because I want that fat to render, like I said, so. But I'll trim all these up and we'll get them seasoned up and put them on the pans here. So I'm all laid out here, guys. They're upside down. Got the tops facing down. I want to use a rub, took this well off. I'm gonna use a rub I've been using a lot lately, which is actually a beef rub, Terry Black's barbecue beef dry rub. Now, I love this stuff. It's been great, especially on poultry. I fall in love with it. I've used it on brisket. It's really good there, but I'm telling you, on poultry, it's fantastic. I definitely recommend giving it a try. I love it. It's great stuff. Even though it's beef rub, it's great on poultry. So I'm just gonna cover the bottoms here, and then we'll turn them over and get the tops. Now, what's really interesting here is the way I'm gonna fold them up, so to speak. I wanna try to keep them from being completely flat while they're cooking, or they'll cook too fast and won't get much smoke on either one of the different grills, right? I wanna make sure that I have them kind of thicker by rolling them up and bending them over, kind of folding them over each other. Get these turned over here, cover the tops with them. Of course, at Grubby's place is always windy, so you gotta worry about that. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna fold them up as if they are bone in, skin on, make them kind of that shape again by folding them over each other. What I mean by that is I'm just gonna take this, kind of fold it up like that so that it cooks. I wanna use this rack that I've got them on too, in the smokers. After I'm through, I'm gonna go back and probably put a little rub back on these because rub will come off as I'm doing this, of course. Just kind of fold it over like that. It's what you wanna do, is just try to make it somewhat thicker than a little flat would be. So I'll get the rest of these rolled up, just like this, put on this rack, season them back on, and then we'll do the other pack for the other smoker. Okay, so we got them all on. I'll just touch them up where I had lost some rub. Now I'll let these sit here until this temperatures on the grills come up to snuff, because I want this to kind of sweat out a little bit so the rub stays on there really good and holds on to that flavor. So we've got this rack done. I'll set it over here for now. Now I'll do the other pack. We'll do it the exact same way. We'll just put the same rub on there. So let me get the other pack done and I'll bring you back. All right, y'all, we got the thighs all trimmed and seasoned. Like I said, very little trim work. We got them seasoned and rolled up and put back on the racks. Now we're gonna run both the kettle and the pellet grill at 275 degrees. Now I got the charcoal running now for the kettle. I'll plug the pellet grill in and turn it to 275 and walk away, right? That's the convenience of the pellet grill, makes it real simple and easy to use. But I'll bring you back when we go to put all the chicken onto the grills. All right, folks, as our grills come up to temperature, I thought I'd go through and explain to you how you can get yourself a box of free Smokin Pecan pellets. Those folks are fantastic, by the way. So if you go to the description below, you'll see a link down there where you can use my code and get your first box, you'll get 10% off. But in order to get your free box, just go to the comments section and put a comment in there about your pellet grill, what kinds you have, what kind of pellets you normally use, just something about your pellet grill. Then I'll use the random YouTube comment selector tool that's out there, and I'll get a hold of you through your comment and let you know that you're the winner. We'll do that a week after we publish this video, exactly 1 week later, which is usually Friday mornings. I'll get a hold of you through that comment, through your name on the comment, and we'll go from there. So just go put a comment in, guys, and get yourself a free box. All right, folks, here's the rack we're gonna put on the pellet grill. Now I've got that drip pan down there, guys. It's not really the catch you thing, because I'm not gonna catch you a thing right now. There's not much gonna render out. This will be some, but not like it's going to later on. That's why I've left that fat onto the chicken, because I want that fat to render out and use the juices from the chicken to make the make a much more juicy, of course, pulled pork or pulled chicken sandwich. So we're good now. We got that on there. We're gonna be back in about an hour when I get about 130 degrees. Now let's get the ones on the kettle. All right, guys, so I'll remove the lid and then put the chicken on and then put the lid back on pretty quickly because I don't want the air to get in there too badly. Now, what I'll tell you what I've done, I've set up where I've got Weber baskets down below, cooking it right at 275. So I'll put these pecan chips in as well and put the rack of chicken in as well. So here we go. All right, so now we're on. We have the vent over the meat so that pulls that smoke and flavoring across the meat before it goes out the exhaust. And we dropped down quite a bit. We're actually down to 175. We're going back up quickly and it will recover quickly, no doubt. So nonetheless, we will be back in about an hour. When it gets about 130, maybe not even quite an hour. We'll check them at about 30 minutes and see where they're at. But typically we're aiming for 130 degrees. All right, folks, so I ended up moving some chicken thighs around and I actually put some straight on the rack. I think I had a few too many on the Weber Kettle for my space in there. So I moved about 3 or 4 of them over to the Weber pellet grill and took some off the front lip of that and just moved them right onto the rack. I want to see how they do on the rack. Nonetheless, we're good to go. We just started up. We'll see what we're doing here. Here we go. All right, folks, we've been going about 45 minutes here, actually, not even quite an hour yet. And I just probed these. Dude, every one of them is right where they need to be. We're in the mid 130s. So we're gonna pull them off. We're just taking each one of these thighs and laying it in a pan. I did a whole stick of butter per pan, and we'll just lay these thighs in this pan. Now, smoke is over, so we're not worried about trying to get more smoke on here. I'm gonna have to use the pellet grill to fit them all on here. I can just put more on the pellet grill than I can on here. So then what I'm gonna do is I'll take some of this chicken broth, and I got the less sodium in there, and just pour a little bit in the bottom. Just cover the bottom of the pan with some of this chicken broth. Enough to cover the bottom of the pan. You don't want to drown them. You don't want to have them underwater, just under there. Now, I will now take some foil and put foil over top of it and put it back onto the kettle. And let me get these off of the pellet grill and we'll put them in here too. I needed a third pan, obviously. All right, guys, you can immediately see the difference in color. These are the ones that come off of the pellet grill, and these are the ones that came off of the kettle. So big difference, but I got more to get off of the pellet grill to put in another pan, and I'll be back when I do that. These are the ones that were left from the pellet grill. Big thighs, but the coloring is what I noticed more than anything, just from the wood coloring, right? Makes a difference. Now I'm gonna pour some of this chicken broth in here. Again, just get it to where it's covering the bottom of the pan. No reason to drown them. Now what we'll do, we'll wrap each one of these in foil and put them back onto the grill until they're finished. Now they're gonna finish, like I said, about 195. So we went in and put 2 pans in the pellet grill. Again, doesn't matter. It was actually very helpful because it's we're not worried about getting smoke flavor. We're just worried about getting temperature consistently at 275. So again, it'll be about another probably 45 minutes, I'm guessing, max when these are done. They were already at 130, 135. So once they get to 195, we'll pull them off, tear them up, take a bite. All right, folks, our chicken thighs have finished. It's getting kind of dark. I don't know if you can tell it or not. I've got the camera open as much as I can. So hopefully I'll get this done before it gets too dark for you to see. But that's this time of year, right? We gotta, I can't make dinner at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So, nonetheless, here we go. We're gonna pull out this, open this up a little bit. I wanna show you these thighs in here. This is off the kettle. This is the chicken thighs off the kettle. So good color to those. They look fantastic. Just exactly what I want them to look like. We'll let these rest a little bit, guys. Obviously, they're crazy hot. But now here's the ones from the pellet grill. Now remember, there was 2 in one of these pans. There's 2 pans, another pan in the grill still. Okay, the thighs from the pellet grill. And we'll pull these out. Obviously very hot as well. Pull a couple of these out, let them start cooling a little bit. These should shred by hand, guys. No doubt these should shred by hand. And we're gonna do that just in a minute. This is crazy hot. See what I can do here without getting my fingers all. Look at that, it just shred right up, man. Crazy easy, crazy easy. And I can shred these with the forks, but I just like doing it by that. I want bigger chunks. I don't like it really fine, because the more you do it, the finer your chicken gets, and it gets kind of like ground beef, and I don't want that. I want chicken pieces. I want pieces of ground or smoked pulled chicken. And this just looks perfect. Looks fantastic, guys. A little smoke ring in there. This is off the pellet grill, guys. Looking really, really good. Let me get you a little closer up look at that. Really pleased with that looks right there. Fantastic looking. Now let's do the one off of the kettle. Shred these up as well. Yep, just shred right up easily. Just squish in your hand. Tears right apart. Shreds beautifully. All right. A close-up look at the off the kettle. Looking really, really good. Now we're gonna put some of this on. Shred a little more and put a little on there. And it looks good. It smells so good, guys, and it looks so good. I'm not putting pickles or anything like that right now. I'm just gonna do this for now. Put a little of my sauce on there. The reason why I'm doing savory rub is because this is very sweet sauce. Everybody loves my sauce. To me, it's a little sweet, but it's won competitions. And so I thought what I would do is go with savory rub and the sweet sauce. There we go on that sandwich. Looks fantastic. Now let's go and get the other one ready to go too. So this is the one off the kettle. Got really good color to it. It shreds right up. Tender as can be. Very pleased with this chicken's turned out. As far as feel goes, we'll know here in a minute about taste. A little bit of sauce here again. All right. Now let's give them a try. All right, guys, here we go. We're gonna try the one off the pellet grill first. Looks good. Cheers, folks. Wow, that's very good. I'm telling you, that rub really helps a lot too. That's fantastic. That sauce does go perfectly with it, where it's a savory rub. I'm using a sweet sauce. That blend is perfect. Man, that's a really good sandwich, guys. I'm very pleased with that. Now let's try the one off the kettle. I'm really excited about that. Was that good? I can't wait to try the one off the kettle. Let's see how it rings. Here we go, guys. Cheers. Oh my gosh. Guys, that is fantastic. That is, oh my gosh, that's so good. Very, very pleased with that. My gosh, guys, that is fantastic. That rub is perfect on there. Chicken off that kettle. That smoke flavor it got from the pecan wood is just outstanding. Loved it, guys. Again, I said earlier on, I want to see how it compared. The pellet grill did a great job, guys. It did a really good job. The chicken's tender. It's very juicy. It cooked perfectly in the pellet grill, but you could obviously see the wood coloring on the kettle for the pecan wood. I told you chicken takes the smoke very, very well. Now we got smoke from both the charcoal and the pecan wood hitting that chicken. Of course it's gonna be darker. And smoke, have more smoke flavor just because there's more smoke being created. But the pellet grill did a great job. It's good, but it's not as good as the kettle, but it's obviously much more convenient. If I had a choice, I would choose the kettle because of that flavor that you're gonna get from the smoke and the charcoal and the wood flavoring both. But the pecan pellets, man, they did a great job. I taste the pecan pellets. No doubt I taste them more than I tasted anything else pretty much as far as pellets go. I will say that. But there's just not as much smoke flavor. So, guys, this was super easy to do. You saw what I did every step of the way. Everything I did, you saw. I didn't hide anything behind the camera. Everything I did, you saw. So, super easy to do. Very quick. This was a couple hours max. I didn't time it well because of the light. But I tell you guys, this is super easy, quick to do on a Saturday afternoon. Throw some chicken on the grill, shred it up, throw it on a bun, and tell your kids, here's some pulled chicken for you right there. And it's fantastic. So I hope you got some value out of this. I hope you found a way to make some chicken at your house, outdoors, even though it's cold outside and getting dark earlier. Make it happen, folks. It's a lot of fun. So guys, I hope you did hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. Until next time, I'll meet you at the smoker.